Knock in, run! Yes, yes! Go on, man! Get up, drive! Drive, 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 drive! Red! Oh, you little slag, well done! Get out! Sorry, miles away from the stick. Go on, get it! Go there! Oh, fuck that, Jim. He's so batty! Stand up! Good side! Good side! Stay there! Fast, fast! Go big! Come on, mate! Lad, get me one. Stay with it, stay with the ball. Start again, relax, touch. Keep bouncing. Pass the ball, get inside. George. Stay with the ball. Keep your head up. Oh, he's not thinking, he's coming up to him. Close the match. Pass the ball. He's sliding. Don't slow down. Don't slow down. Target. Oh, you've got the fuck's sake. Hey. Come on, you. Levi! Come on, look after it, he's outside there! Jim! Don't let him go inside, don't let him go inside! Fuck you, Jay! bring that on. Keep Jay. Oh. Come on, Jay. Keep it again. Move the ball. Go on then, Jay. One more. Yes. Hold it up. Hold it up. Hold it up. Closer! Closer, John! Max, closer! That's fucking easy, that is. Referee! Edge, come on! Head left, head left!
Lads, welcome back to SNTTV. Thanks for having us down here on training night. 4 games into the season. A good start on the whole. We've had some blips in games that we're all aware of. But Gary, how do you see it going so far in terms of settling down and getting down to business, really?
I think we've started well, as you say. I think we're all pleased with how the new additions are settling. We've got 3 or 4 on the injury bench who are looking like they'll be coming back in soon. Points on the board. So overall, I think we've done well.
Yeah, it's a positive start to the season. We've got 2 good victories, a thrilling draw. I was lucky enough to be at the Chesham game, be it good or bad, but it was a good game and one the fans certainly enjoyed. And there's not too many draws in this division. You'll get as good as value for that anyway. What did you make of the Chesham game, Nath, and how we managed to turn it around?
Yeah, it's always pleasing to turn it around. I don't like to be in that position, and for us it's probably not thrilling. I think for a fan, whether it's a neutral or just a fan in general, it's nice to see goals, and it's probably nice to see your side come back. But I think as a team we would expect to not be in that position per se. So credit to the lads, they showed good steel and character to come back and get a point and salvage a point on the road against a decent Chesham side that will probably be up there as they are most years. But disappointing to, as I said, find ourselves in that situation.
We had a game the other night against Redditch. We lost 3-0 in the end, and it was a tough game really, and a bit of a strange one because it wasn't like us. It wasn't a SNTTV performance that anyone would recognise, certainly for the second half. But what are your thoughts on that one, Zima?
It wasn't a strange game to me. I think there was many areas that were better than us, and sometimes you get beaten by the better side, and I think that was the case on Tuesday. I thought we started well, so I won't look at the end result, I look at the full 95 minutes. We started well. I think our shape was causing them a problem. We probably had 2 or 3 openings, but didn't, failed to really test the keeper. I think he sort of bent down and picked up 3 shots. If one of those goes in, it's a different game, but that is football. And then once they changed their shape, probably worked us out. I think then we didn't have a plan B or a plan C, and I think ultimately you make reference to the Chesham game. I think we had 2. We successfully implemented a plan B. It worked, and then arguably we could have went and won the game. I think in the end it was just one of those days where they got their goal. What they were very hard to break down. They worked very hard, and we didn't keep the ball. And you know, with all those in the same pot, unfortunately, we were the ones to come out, you know, worse. So credit to them. You know, they've beaten Chesham, they've beaten us now. So you know, they're no mugs. You know, the manager's Nathan's, you know, one of Nathan's mates, and you know, he's very confident in the side that he's assembling. I think they will cause. I don't think it's an upset. I think they will cause a lot of teams problems just based on their, you know, the way they set up. So yeah, disappointing overall. As you mentioned, it's only 4 games in. I think before that, you know, everyone's happy with the start. You know, people, it's cliche, it's a marathon, not a sprint. But like we say, it's not a position that we want to find ourselves in that often, because if we do, we'll be at the wrong end of the table. So, you know, the lads are clear and aware, obviously, of our feelings on the game, and it's put to bed, you know. Yeah,
it's always good to learn lessons early on in the season, and it's one that'll always sit there a little bit and just remind you about what we need to be doing going forwards. And like you say, it's one of those nights where we had some good chances in the first half, and they didn't go in, and we made mistakes that they absolutely killed us on. So that's how it goes. That's football, isn't it? Gary, just moving ahead and looking into this bank holiday weekend, it's always a tough time for football clubs, isn't it? We've got a massive journey to do starting tomorrow night away at Truro. How are we looking going into this game?
We're looking good. So as I say, we've got players coming back from injury. We've obviously got players on the back of Tuesday's game. Now it's something to prove. You know, we want to get that. We want to get down to Truro and try and erase the memory of Tuesday, if I'm honest. So we're looking forward to it. You know, 2 away games over the bank holiday. I have to say that's the first time that's ever happened to me. So we just, as Z said, we've dusted ourselves down. We're looking forward to the weekend and hopefully putting right the wrongs of Tuesday night and erasing it from our memories.
Good stuff. And as we're here at training, it'd be interesting just to get an insight about how you guys go about training. Do you have specific routines that you go for on certain, say, Tuesdays or Thursdays, or do you react to the game that's just been?
I think every training session is different. You know, Z spends a lot of time in putting sessions on, getting the right stuff into the lads, the right ingredients, create key ingredients to what we need come a Saturday. Today's going to be a fairly light session for the lads because obviously we've got a mammoth journey to complete, and then the game comes thick and fast on Monday. So it's a bit difficult for us to go into too much of what we do because this is where we earn our money. Yeah. This is where we you know, set the side up for how we want to play and how we want to grow and move forward as a football club. So each individual session is different in their own right, but as I said, they get enough nutrition from the sessions, so if they absorb it, that it will make them a better side.
Excellent. All right, lads, good luck for the weekend, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers.